Okay, Sri. So yesterday, what all things we have seen, that is, I'll just show you once. We were talking yesterday about the how to set the path, what are the basic terms like JDK, JRE, and all other things, interpreter, how to write the first program, what is the compilation process, what all different ways to compile the program, what all things are being done at the time of compilation, and what is the dependency, independency, and all other different things related to the basic initial points, whatever we were having in that. Okay, so in a source file, like how many to number of classes we can declare it as in public and all other things. So we have discussed yesterday all these things, and if further any question is there related to all these sort of things, so you can ask any questions from the previous class. Yes, sorry.
I think I am good with that, sir. Actually,
Okay, so
no, no, no.
now there is no question from the last class. Now I'm going for the next. Well, okay.
Yeah.
So now the things what we are going to discuss is a basic Java language. What we will call it as in the, it's a Java language. Mostly you can say that is Java language. We'll talk about the Java language. What is the Java language? Now, we are well familiar with the basic concepts like how to compile the Java program, how to write the Java program, and all other things. What do you mean by the Java language? Java language, which means that I'm just describing you the topic, that if you are writing any kind of Java program, suppose if you are writing any Java program, in that program any sort of things, any any sort of things which includes anything which includes a keyword, special symbol, special special symbol, user defined words, or some properties name, or some operation names, operation name. So in Java language, what we will see that whenever we are writing any kind of Java program, so the things what we are writing, what rules we need to follow in order to define any user defined name, what all keywords where what we should use, all the sort of things will be discussing in the case of Java language. Well, in Java language, it consists of following things. The number one is the character set. The first point is the character set. Second one is the user, or you can say data types. Third one is user defined words or identifiers. Fourth one is, again, it's an keywords. Fifth one is variables. You can say it's variables. Sixth one is literals. Seventh one is operators. Eighth, what we have is the control statements. Ninth, what we have is the array. In variable, you can add some more points, which is the importantly, I'm just giving the start point for this. It's a final variable, right? So one is the variable and then it is a final variable, something we will be calling kind of, constant in Java. Actually, in Java, there is no concept of constant, but I'm just, for your reference, I'm talking about the final variable, which includes is in the kind of constant in the case of Java. Now, if we will write any sort of Java program, so we'll be using the things from this itself. We will not be using anything outside the character set, data types, user-defined words or identifiers, keywords, variables, literals, operators, control statements, and array. Apart from this, we won't be using anything. Now, the very first thing is the character set. I am taking out the character set. What is the character set? In the first case, as what I have taken here is the character set. In the case of character set, what all different options are available? See, what is first of all character set? It's of mainly following options are there with the character set. Let's say first one. It's 0 to 9. Numeric it is. Numeric. Second option is A to Z, which is in small one. And there is capital A to capital Z. This is also one option is available. And the third option I can say all the spatial symbol available on keyboard. Whatever special symbols are available on the keyboard, that all comes under the character set. Now, basically when we talk about the character set, so there is a pre-identified character sets on which each language is working. Say for example, when I'll say the pre-identified character set in the sense is the very first thing which I'm talking about, the very first thing is the C which is there. Language, C language, you must have heard the C language. C language is on the basis of ASCII character set. ASCII character set. It works on the basis of ASCII character set, which is following 8-bit ASCII character set. Now let's say that when I'm talking about 8-bit ASCII character set, when I'm talking about 8-bit ASCII character set, so in this 8-bit ASCII character set, if we will just try to represent this 8, so 8-bit character set, so it's in 1, 2, 4, 8, it's 1, 6, it's 3, 2, it's again 64, 64, after that it's 128. I hope we just got up with the 8-bit of ASCII character set. Well, now in this 8-bit of ASCII character set, what all sort of things we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8-bit ASCII character set. So the representations what we have, if we'll calculate it, so maximum bit representation what we are going to have is, that is, we are going to have is the, it's a 256 maximum. If any language is following 8-bit ASCII character set, so they can follow the 256 character sets itself, which means that it will support 256 character sets itself. It will support 256 character set itself. Next point again. So when we talk about, so in one shot what I can say is that by using the C language or C language supports only English language. It supports only English language. It does not provide the support to the other languages. Now, when I'm talking about, it's just in general informations which I'm giving to you. When I'm talking about the another application, so suppose in the case of Java follows 16-bit Unicode character set. It follows 16-bit character sets. So when I'm talking about 16-bit character set, and in association with this 16-bit character set, now if we will try to represent the things in the above manner, then it gives you a very long range it will give, around 32,000 something it is going to give. You can calculate in the similar manner. So there is one more concept called as which I can say Java supports internationalization. What I can say, that is the internationalization. In short form we used to call it as I-18N. I-18N, internationalization and localization. So it supports internationalization and localization. With the support of this internationalization and localization, again I can say that just by using its locale code, just by using corresponding locale code, Java can support corresponding bonding language. For example, what do you mean by the internationalization concept? Let's open the API. I'm opening from here command prompt. Once when I'm opening my command prompt, in that case you see here I'm typing here java p java dot lang dot, not java dot lang dot, java dot util dot, it's an API I'm showing you. Locale, one code locale options as I have shown to you. In this local option, what I'm showing to you supports the many different languages. It gives the many different forms. which includes, you can see here what all different languages it is supporting. These all are the, you'll come to know what is static final variables. So it is a static final variable, remember that, and these all are constants. English, French, German, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Chinese, simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese, a very huge language set, categories, and all other sort of things are available in that. So whichever we use, correspondingly we need to use the local code. In the further classes, we'll be discussing more in depth about this local codes. Now, so from this here, what we got, the 2 points note. The 2 points what we got here is, the number one is C supports 8-bit ASCII character set. Second one, Java supports 16-bit Unicode character set. This is the common thing what we have here. Any question from this? Actually, it is just to remember the things, nothing else other than this. Now, next after this here, you just say here. This is the basic things. Now I'm talking about next is the data type. What is the data type? Data types. Data types in Java. See, there are two types of, majorly, two types of data types. What are the two types of data types? Number one is the primitive data types. Second one is the user defined data type. So one what we had is the primitive data type I had. The second option which we have is the user defined data type. This is the two different data types we have. The number one, as I'm talking about, primitive data types. The data types which has already been defined is called as the primitive data type. In the case of primitive data types, what all different data types we have, I'll just show you by short, int, long, float, double, boolean, and character. How many data types total we had? 8 data types mostly will be having: byte, short, int, 3 it is, so 6 to 8. This is the, we have 6 primitive data types which has already been defined. So see, so data types we can say. Whenever we talk about any kind of data type, whenever we talk about any kind of data type, there is an important thing which is coming into the picture. The important thing which comes into the picture is that why we should use this data type and what should be our selection criteria for using the data type. See, data type is a something kind of container. With the help of that corresponding data type, some amount of memory will be allocated in the main memory, and that memory or the selection of the data type depends on your requirement that which data type you are using. So the selection of data type depends on certain things. What is the default value? So see, byte default value is 0, short default value is 0, int default value is 0, long default value is 0, float is 0.0f, it is 0.0f I am talking, double is 0.0 I am talking, boolean is false, and character is blank space. This different sort of data types default values are there. Default values means you should understand one point here. Suppose I'm declaring one variable byte of b1 and I haven't assigned any value, and if I will try to print it out system.out.println, if I'm just trying to print the value b1, so it has to give some value which will give it is in 0. 0 you haven't assigned to the b1. Once you have declared this b1 variable, automatically it has been assigned by the JVM, internally by the JVM. But there is again some condition for assigning the default value. We'll come to that. What are the conditions for assigning the default values? Default value to the variable. Next point again. Here is, so data type default value. Next point what we are going to have is the size. What is the amount of memory it is going to allocate? It's a 1 byte, 2 byte. Again, you can say integer is the 4 byte. Long is, you can say 8 byte. Float again is the 4 byte. Double is the 8 byte. Boolean, you can say, you can leave it out, the Boolean and character. Next, immediate to that is the range also. What range we have for? When I just talk about the range, when I'm talking about the range, so say here, it's a 2 to the power minus 2 to the power 2 to the power 8, which is, you can say it comes under the minus 120 8 2 plus 127. This is the range of the byte data type. It is the range for the byte data type. Fine, it is. So you can see that is the all this sort of details as I have already given into the PDFs. As just a second, I'll be showing to you that all this sort of details as already I have given in this. We can once go through this documents which already I have shared with you. You can just see here the same documents I have shared with you.
That's fine. Yeah, we can go through the document here.
Yes. Now you can see here. See the byte which is there, the range. Hope you are okay with this. So the data types byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, as well as the character, in that the size of the data types I have given, the default values as I have given, and then what is next now? It's the different range of the data types. It's minus 2 to the power 7, which comes to the minus 128 to plus 127. Again, in the similar manner, it's a short, int, and all other things. So you can just go through this. Fine, it is. Now, I've even given one basic examples related to this just by pasting the what all different sort of range and all other things are available, what all different values we are assigning to that. You can see here, see. Like suppose byte is there, byte B11. So what I'm doing is the maximum value 127 I am assigning to this, whereas the maximum value, what next minimum value I'm giving to the 128, minus 128. Again the byte B3 is equal to 128 I am giving, and that has been crossed the range of byte. Did you got it? So if it has crossed the range of bytes, so it will 100 for sure it is going to give the error. And if it is going to give the error, that's the reason what I have done is I have commented. So when you are practicing the things, when you are checking it out the things, keep it in the mind that what all things as I have explained to you. Well, next point again in this. Coming to the next one. That now I'm just talking about the second option is the user defined data types. What comes for the user defined data types? In user defined data type, we have certain options. What all the certain options as I have is two data types. One is class, and second one is interface. We have one is the class and the second one is the interface. From JDK 1.5, two more data types got introduced. The two more data types is one is enum and the second one is annotation. We'll come to know about these data types later on in more in-depth processes. So here just I have given you a basic introduction that this class what we are using is a data type, enum what we will be using in future is a data type, annotations, which is a very useful concept, very, very important. Very, very, very important concept, annotation. We'll be discussing completely in the further classes in the now next after this. There is some sort of keywords. You can see I have just given the list of keywords I have given, sorry. In this list of keywords, here I'm writing these keywords. So what is the keywords? See, keywords which is there is having some predefined meaning. Keywords which is there are having the predefined meaning. Some predefined meaning these keywords are having. Now, which has already been given by the technology vendor, and we cannot do any kind of changes in the given list of keywords. We will not be able to do any kind of changes in the given list of the keywords, whatever list of keywords, whatever sort of keywords as such I have. Now, the keywords which is there can't be used as an identifier. So here you see that I'll just do one thing. I'll copy it from here. What is the list of keywords and what does it mean? So see, keywords are having some predefined meaning which cannot be changed in your further program. Keyword cannot be used as an identifier. Identifier in the sense I'll just be explaining you what is the meaning of identifier is. So I'll just explain RL user defined words. Remember this point. It's a very, very important point. What is the keyword? Okay. I'll come to this also. There are some list of keywords. At least in the case of core Java, you are familiar with the list of keywords. That is going to be more than sufficient for you, that if you properly are well aware where how to use these all sort of keywords, that is more than, again you can say it's the sufficient for you. not sufficient in the sense you can say that again it will be a big achievement that if you know the properly where what to use this all sort of keywords. So I've just given here the list of keywords. So I'm just writing here that is the list of key words what I have, list of keywords it is. Okay. So we'll come to this all keywords one by one when in the corresponding things which we are discussing in this cases. Is that okay now? So anything, any question from here?
No, nothing, sir.
Okay. Now, again now when I'm talking about it's a user-defined word or identifiers. User-defined words or identifiers as I'm talking about the third option. User-defined words or identifiers. User-defined words or identifiers. I'll be just talking user-defined words or identifiers in the case of Java. User-defined words or identifiers in the case of Java. What is user-defined word? Suppose you are writing a class. You are writing a class. Name of the class what you have written? Hello SRI you are writing. Hello Sri you are writing. Fine it is. Now, when you are writing the class name, what is fixed in that? See, in that two combinations you have used. One we will say a keyword I have used and the second one is the class name I have used. Two options as I have used into this case. Well, one is the keyword and the second one is the class name I have used. What is the keyword I have used is the keyword which I have used is the class I have used is the keyword. You can find out in the above list of keywords where I have given any class kind of keyword or not. So there must be some class keyword you will find, you will get it into this, that there is a class called as keyword is already available into this. Fine. Now, when I'm talking about the class keyword, so keyword name is the class and what is user defined name? User defined means you are a user. So as a user, what is your choice? What name you have defined? So you have defined here the name called as the Hello Sri. The Hello Sri which is there is the name you have defined as an user defined word, right? So this is in order to declare a class, we need to use the keyword called as class and the name of the class, name of the class is which one now? Hello SRI. Hello Sri which we have. Fine. So user defined name becomes Hello Sri. Hello Sri is now the user defined name. Hello Sri, what we have is the user defined name. You are a user, you have defined this name. But what we are talking, the very first important point, in this is a user defined name, or we can call this one as an identifier also. What we can call this one as an identifier, because the whole class, whatever you are going to write inside this class is being identified by the name called as Hello Sri. This is being identified by the name called as Hello C. In the future, in your program, if any kind of reference you are going to get from the corresponding class, anything you are going to use from the corresponding class, you will be taking the reference of Hello Sri class. Well, you will be talking about that there is a class called as the Hello Sri. So you will be taking the reference from the class called as Hello Sri, right? No, nowhere else. So you are just going to have the reference called as Hello Sri. So this is a identifier. It is identifying. What it is identifying? It is identifying this set of block. Whatever the curly braces you have started and you are ending. So this piece of block, whatever you write inside this is being identified by the name called as Hello Sri. Okay. Now this name or the class name, I'll just write one more syntax here. Here I'm writing class key word. Now after this you are writing Here you are writing is the class underscore name. Fine. Class name you are writing. So see, the class name what you are writing is the class name, whatever you are writing inside this. The class name what you are writing, आपने कुछ class name लिखा है यहाँ, you have written some class name here. Now this class name can't be a keyword. Keyword in the sense is I'm writing a class, and suppose hello Sri I'm writing. So this hello Sri, instead of this hello Sri, I cannot write the for. Why we cannot write the for? Because for is what now? It's a key word. For which I'm writing is a keyword, so it can't be not. Okay, not, I'll write it here, that is the not allowed. It is not allowed. We cannot write this one. Fine. Next point again in this here. So hope you got my point. So in this itself now, there are again some different, you can say, identifiers. I write here int a is equal to 10. I'm writing int a is equal to 10. So this variable a, what is this variable a? And if I wanted to define this variable a, so see how I'm defining this variable a. A is a name of, a is the name of a variable of type, which is what now? Int. I'm just including in one line itself so that you can read it out at one line itself. So name of variable, name of a is the name of variable of type, which one now? Int. If it is type of int, then it allocates 4 bytes of memory. 4 bytes of memory it allocates, right? So that you can say the 4 bytes of memory in which 10 value is been stored is being identified by what? A. So again I can say this A is also an identifier. A is also an identifier. Hello is also an identifier. So see, A is what? Is the name of the variable. What is here? Hello Sri. Hello Sri is the name of the class. It is also an identifier, but it is the name of the class. Now again, some more points as I'm going to do. See, these all are the identifiers. Now say here, I'm writing one more method. Suppose word of show. It is a method. As such, we haven't discussed. It will display all the details about it will display all the details, it will display some details, you can say. We have not defined what details. Now see, within this hello Sri piece of code, there is one more block called as, which is the name of that block is the show, and here also there is one identifier called as the show. It is show is here the method name. Show is the method name what we have here. So what we have is the method name. This is the method name. So this is also an identifier. Show method name is also an identifier. Got my point? Okay. So see, similarly, I'll give one more example. See, there is a boy. There is a girl. There is some animal, right? There is some place underscore name. Some place name is there. All these are the, now all of them has to be identified by some name. Why? Suppose some name of the boy is the SRI. Name of the boy is the SRI. Now suppose some girl name is something we are writing here. Some girl name, what we can say, suppose Komal is the name of the girl, right? It is. Now say here. Again, animal name. Suppose some Bob, what we are using is the name of the dog. Name of the Bob, name of the, I'm writing suppose here the dog. Okay, place name. Let's say here it is the Delhi is the place name. It is a city name. Got my point? City name. Now all in these different forms, what we are getting, suppose SRI is the name of the boy. So can't I have the boy name as an, instead of SRI, I can have something, I can have write here something called as the Kiran is the name of the boy, right? It is. Generally what we have in our mind that the boy which is there is having the name called as conventions is something like the boy name, right? Instead of this I can write something RAM, so we can understand that, or I can write here something Siva, so we can understand that, what we can understand that it is a boy. But if I am writing here something KIRAN something, so in this what we will understand that, we will understand that it is a girl by seeing that. So we must have to remember the conventions while naming these names. Conventions we must have to remember. See, conventions is not the rules. Convention is not the rule. It is the best suggested practices what we should do here. Suppose if some girl name I am writing Mohan, I am writing as the girl name. We cannot, we can write it. If we assign some girl name as a Mohan, there is no problem. But the problem is that in that people will get confused because already we are highly being influenced by some of the conventional names. Similarly, so now we need to understand what is the convention. So say, naming conventions with this. In a class, if we have a class, suppose I'm writing hello, so say here, hello, SRI, we have the class name. In this class name, so see, what all different options we have here is the, means the first point which I'm talking is the class name. Second one is the variable name. Sorry, first one is the class name. Okay, variable, class, again method, and mostly we can talk about this. So say, if you are writing any class name, first one as I'm taking here the class name. First I'm discussing the convention, then I'll be discussing the rule. Convention is more and more important because just on the basis of convention itself, your code will become very easy to understand it. Very easy to understand in a real-time practice, real-time scenario. Class name. Whenever as I talk about the class name, so see, class name should start with capital letter. Should start with caps. It is not rule again, it is convention. It is the best practice. Now, if you start with the small letter also, then there is no problem. Suppose you are writing a class. If suppose you are writing a class, you are writing hello. What you want to write now, class? Hello SRI you have written. So see here. SRI, hello class, when you are writing here. So see, hello, what is there now? You have written in the first letter is the capital. You have written well, but if you will write small HELLO, there is no problem. But if you have written code and somebody else is reviewing your code, they will not be able to understand that small HELLO is a name of a variable or is a name of a class. So better if we write it. Okay, second point is in this. If we include any other word with one word, hello is one word, Hello is one word and Sri is another word. Hello is one word and Sri is the another word. So if Sri is the another word, so see, I can write this Sri SRI also. You notice one point that see, previously I have written this S in the form of capital letter. Now I am writing in the small letter, right? So this one, I can write it the capital S also. And I can write in the small s also. But what convention says that if you are writing any class name and with that class name, if any new word is coming, so the first letter of that word should be the capital. Suppose I'm writing a class again. Class I'm writing hello world. So we should write like this. Hope you are getting my point. This is the convention. This is the convention. What second convention says? That if you are writing a variable, something variable you are writing in the class, you are writing some variable int a. So the variable must start with the small letter. A is equal to 10 you are writing. Variable a is equal to, it is a convention. Again I am saying, I am discussing the convention. Suppose in that AB you are writing, so you should write here the 20. You can write like this. Now when you talk about the methods, methods are functions. If you talk about the other programming language, C or C++, if you have any idea. If you don't have, so remember that as a methods. Here in this case now, if suppose I'm writing void of show, see here, I have written the void of show. In this also, the method name must start with the small letter. Method name which is there must start with the small letter. At the same time now, at the same time, what is next I'm going to write is the void of, say here. I'm writing the method name by conjuncting two words. So I'm writing show details. When I'm writing show details, so in that the second word which I'm writing, the first letter of this second word is the capital. These all are the conventions which you should follow. Now there are some rules. What all the rules are there? Rule number one is this all identifier name, whatever you are writing, whatever the rules is there here, rules. Remember it. See, if you will not follow the conventions, it will not give the error. It won't give any kind of error. But more important than that is that your code is not properly understandable by the other developers, which might be the again big problem. So see, identifier, it is some rules which we should follow. It's here the very first thing, some rules, as I am just copying from here, and identifiers rules. I'm not just writing again, so I have just given the rules of these identifiers. What all the rules are there here? You can just understand that the different sort of rules as I have here. Number one point, what is that? Keywords cannot be identifier. I hope you got my point. Second point, that identifier must not start with any numeric, and always it is recommendable to start some identifier with the some small cases. That is mainly, as I am talking about the, it is not about all the cases, it is about the variables. Conventions already I have given. Now third, it must not contain any special symbols. Yes, other than underscore and dollar. Next one now, identifier must not contain any blank space in between. Well, identifier may contain numeric, but it should not be starting with that. Okay. So associated with this, some again I'm talking about the rules associated with these all different sort of identifiers. I've just taken it here the different forms, and in that I have concluded almost the most of the options here. So see, based on the above rule, this is one options as I'm writing. Based on above rules, we have some options. Here what options we have based on the above rules. So see here. See, if you are planning to go for OCPJP, OCPJP, Oracle Certified Professional Java Programmer. It is an international certifications which you can go for this after completion of the course. I'll be covering according to the standard syllabus itself. So see here, as I'm talking about what all options we could have. Now see here, A I'm writing, fine. B, AB I'm writing, AB1 I'm writing, A1, AB I'm writing. I'll just explain it, I'll segregate it. Okay, well, now you can say the variable A I am writing. It is okay, we can write it this variable A. AB also I can write. AB1 I can write, but 1AB I cannot write it. Just now I have given in the above case that the identifier name must not start with the numeric. See, identifier may contain numeric, but it should not start, it should not be starting. It may contain numeric. See, AB1 it is having, it is okay. But if it is in the starting, then it won't be allowed in that. It can be in between AB1 we can write. Now see, special symbols are not allowed in the identifier. Special symbols in the sense is, see, underscore comes under the special, but other than underscore and dollar. See, underscore is allowed in all sorts. Here also this is allowed, dollar is allowed, this is also allowed. This one is also allowed. These all are okay. But when we talk about AB star which is there here, so AB is a variable name, but associated with that star is the special symbol which is not allowed. Again, this brackets, this is again not allowed. For is the keyword. It is the, which one now? Keyword. That's the reason it is not allowed. True, it is also a keyword which is a boolean literal. It is not allowed. This is also not integer. It is not a keyword. Integer is not the keyword. So it is allowed. This is also allowed. And for, see, small for is the keyword, but capital for is not the keyword. So it is a case sensitive. So it is okay. This is also okay. And now same rules you can follow with the all of the above properties of the class which I have just now given here. So these all are the rules, and associated with that the different sort of options as I am giving it to you. Any questions from this now?
Can I have that like this, sir? Int state.
Sorry?
I typed. Can I have like this one? The one I typed here.
I'm not able to see what you are typing. Okay. One second.
Int state code at the messenger.
No, in between the blank space is there, Sri. So you cannot write this.
Without space, I can have, right? State
Yes,
code like this.
yes, you can have no issues. Your question is, can I have int of state
Capital.
thing code? Yes, you can have.
Yeah.
You can have it, but if you will put space in between, you cannot.
Okay.
This is not allowed. See, not allowed. But
Yeah.
at the same time, int code, which is there is no space in that, it is okay. We can write it easily. Did you got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other question from this now?
What is this capital INT? INT stands for?
INT nothing. It is a user defined name. I have defined by my own self. It is my some example I have given. It is nothing else other than that.
Like hello Sri, like the, in the class name?
Yes. It is like that itself. It is nothing is called as the predefined in this case. So see here, Sri, this is the example which already I have given here. See, already some explanation parts also I have given in this part. See here, whatever above one I have explained here, the same explanation part which I have given into that, if you can see it, see the notes which is there, it's a very good notes which I have created in that. You can see when you are starting, when we are writing int and integer, then it is being considered as a variable name, and this is integer will not be considered as an keyword. Are you getting my point? This is the complete things as I have given. See, so you can complete explanations as I have given inside this. What is this and why I'm writing this, why people used to get confused, and that's the reason in the SCJP questions, sorry, OCJP questions, Oracle certified questions, it is used to come, right? Now, next one is the variable parts right here. Class ABC and class capital ABC. Yes, it is allowed in that, no issues. Yes.
Sorry, the two different classes mean?
Sorry?
Is it allowed?
Class?
Are there two different classes?
Yeah, it is allowed, no issues, no issues. You can see cases is not the problem here. Cases is not the problem. If you find the conventions which already as I have given to you, so in that cases is not the problem. Already I have given you the rules here. So you can please go through that once.
No, what I was trying to say is yesterday that we are working, right? So two main functions we have written in some class A and class B, something like that.
Okay.
So what I'm saying, in a class A, I define as like A, B, C, which are small. Same thing, I will write a public static void main, and on the same .job file, I will write same class capital ABC.
Very good.
Try to combine
very good.
Different ones.
See, I'll tell you. You can write first of all in a, I have given in the document also the same problem. In a source file, you have same problem as it is I have given in the document. So the thing is, you can write two classes. One is small ABC, second one is the capital ABC. There is no problem at all. You can write these two different classes. But remember one point, that in a file system, file names will not be a case sensitive things. So whichever comes first, whichever will be the first name, the dot class file will be generated by that name, second one will be ignored, or you can say overridden.
So we never know which class that it is going to pick up basically.
No,
right?
first one, whatever you will write in the first one, that only it will pick up.
Okay. So the compiler will not throw any error, but after runtime, only the first one will get selected.
Yes. You can check it out.
So all keywords starts with small letters, right? All keywords.
All the keywords mostly.
That is the reason, like int capital FOR is allowed.
Yes.
That is the reason.
Yes. That is the reason that is allowed. Any other questions, Ray?
Simple, but it's very tricky, right?
It's not very tricky. It's a very simple. All that is required is the practice and what is day 3 again ends. Okay, na? So if further you have any questions, Sri, you can ask. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
One more thing. Hello.
Yeah. Please.
I was last time that we were talking about my brother stuff, right?
Yeah.
So like project, it is not completely side of the project, but if he can share some of the details, we should guide him like kya hai, web server kya hai, something like.
Obviously, I can guide it. No issues.
If you don't have it, that's what I'm saying. Like if you think that you don't have any other sometimes, can you suggest anyone like who is an working profile like you only basically?
See, if he is having something related to that, I can ask him to share me the details, what all helps he need from my side. Okay, and accordingly I can do that. There won't be any problem. I'll find the time in night and I'll do it.
Yeah. We cannot have in the regular sessions, so but just we will go through the project one more time so that like if you can what I'm saying is what are the questions or I said where you can put like some more light.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. See, first thing is the project we need to go through. What is the project now? Now later on in that project, what problem he is facing? Okay, what kind of helps he need in that? What is his understanding about the project? Okay, accordingly we can again discuss about the project. Are you getting me?
Work on it. Yeah. So let me know like at what time you are free so that like at least 1 hour if you sit means like you will easily get connected. That's what I'm trying to say.
Mostly say, actually IST I can tell you because I don't know your timing schedule.
Yeah, okay, that is good. You just tell me, and I just maybe in weekends, maybe any time, like okay.
Weekends,
First,
okay, let me see my schedule also and then I'll definitely tell you. I'll WhatsApp you.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay, Sri, thanks now.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.